centers, you can see there the level of productivity you can gain and where you can have revenue. Now, some areas like HR departments may not be frontline and direct, but you can certainly, of course, improve the impact on productivity of the HR person. Funny but true story, we're at an internal hackathon. The winner of our hackathon application was actually our HR team. Really. They found amazing ways to just make it much simpler for employees to access to the multitude of complex information related to benefits. And it was a pain point that they were getting in their surveys. So they engaged very quickly in a hackathon, used simple out-of-the-box tools that require no code, built an application, prototyped it, rolled it out as a practice in one country, in Singapore for about 2 weeks. Then they rolled it to a few others, and then they rolled it out company-wide. Impressive that even those sort of avenues you can see bring different experiences and results. So now you said, you're like, Mo, you talked about this agent thing. Well, reality is that agents allow us to straddle that pendulum between productivity and revenue. Because they allow us to start to think beyond what I know and what I describe and I would be prescriptively putting into a context, meaning a single task. Let me improve this email for me. Help me do X. Agents start to allow us to think beyond that into multi-steps and more complex operations in our enterprise. And there are people who think of agents as maybe only agents that will help us do, coding better. Well, they exist. Or agents that help us figure out how to do our data better. They absolutely exist. Customer agents that, can help us with service operations and so on. Our analysis and assessment is that agents will exist in every workflow that exists in the enterprise. And our second determination and conclusion, based on everything that is that agents are not at a stage that they can absolutely replace human, nor will they. In fact, the best of the workflows are going to be ones that you do with augmenting what a particular human will do. Take, for example, this very simple scenario. This is a horizontal business workflow that exists in almost every business. I want to go and run a marketing campaign. Historically, this type of a marketing campaign would be sequential. I would think about a particular campaign, I will do some analysis, somebody will go design it, give me the creative media that I need, somebody will then go and drive the campaign and then push it into a Facebook or a LinkedIn or whatever it may be. That's a classical workflow. With agentic, and by the way, this is a real-life example, you can start to replace some of these tasks with agents and paralyze them, such that you can go from idea to a campaign in a matter of days, and you can lower the cost of experimentation dramatically to see which of my 50 ideas are actually have better impact that I can go global with. So you may designate a campaign manager that thinks on your behalf. They start to create different ideas for the different audiences. They stage it. They select a target audience they want to go after. They push it out. They see the results. And they come back to you and they say, hey, dear Steve, what do you think? Do you want to roll this, or do you want to roll this, or do you want to roll 3 of them? This is a real-life example. Now, to make it even all come to life, I'm going to switch to actually showing this, and this is where my wonderful friend Vinay comes in. So why don't we switch over to the live demo? Now please, be easy on Vinay, it's a live demo, so if something goes wrong, don't boo, do yay, then it's real. So over to you, Vinay.
Clearly done a lot of demos, but well, good afternoon everybody. My name is Vinay Murthy. I lead strategy and operations at Google Cloud. Although for this afternoon, I have the honor and pleasure of being Steve.